Commenter Fred DeJesus said, look into Rakdos Burn. So I looked into Rakdos Burn. This deck has a nearly 80% win rate in Timeless, and it's not even one of the top decks that's getting played. We're going to take a look, and we're going to see if we can get that win rate today. Let's go. Hello, welcome to the Attic Mana Dad here. This is the channel where we play what is good in Magic, mostly on Arena. And what is good on Arena this week? Wow, Timeless. Week 1 of Timeless has been wild. We can play all the cards. There's no bans. There's just a few restrictions. Playing the most powerful cards that are on Arena right now and having a blast. And this deck is a spicy one, man. If you want to try to win in Timeless, it looks like a good place to start. The meta is, still in flux, but Untapped.gg showing this deck with like a 78% win rate. I'm going to talk about some of the choices that were made for this deck. It's 16 lands, if you can believe it. Deck list in the description. Stick around to the very end to see the win rate. Probably won't be playing as many games in this video or the upcoming videos because I'm trying to get as many videos as I can out before I go on vacation. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make very many videos while I'm on vacation, if any. So anyways, let's take a look at this deck. You can jump ahead to the gameplay if you already know everything. But what we're looking at is, of course, it's a Lurrus deck. We're very low to the ground. We got 4 Baubles, 4 Bump in the Nights. I've done a lot of testing. I'm not sure about this card. We'll talk about that at the end, maybe. Okiba Reckoner Raid. Now, you're saying, why not Kumano faces Kazakan? We know that's a really good aggro card. But there's a couple things. We definitely want different card types for Dragon's Rage Channeler to turn that on. So having an enchantment in the deck is good. Now, the fun thing about Reckoner Raid is it's doing that ping for 2 turns, which is going to turn on our spectacle cards here, light up the stage, and skewer the critics. So that, I think, is why the person or the people who are developing this deck list are running the Reckoner Raid over the Kumano, because you're getting the 2 pings instead of just the 1, and then it's flipping into a menace creature that is black, which is, I guess... okay, it's a 2/2. It doesn't die to Bowmasters, right? Almost everything dies to Bowmasters. 4 of Dragon's Rage Channeler. So many decks are 4 of Dragon's Rage Channeler, 4 Lightning Bolts. That's no surprise. Monastery Swift Spear, still good enough for Standard, still good enough for Timeless here. 4 Play with Fire, so we're just going heavy on the burn. Only 2 Ragavans in this list. Interesting choice. I mean, it is best of one. It is a best of one list. There's a lot of removal out there for Ragavan. We'll see if 2 Ragavans is the answer. Of course, it's not good to have multiple stuck in your hand, and we don't really have great ways to filter it. So there is that. 4 Bowmasters, of course. Now, the original deck list that had the 78% win rate was running 4 Eidolon of the Great Rebels. But there was another deck list that also had a pretty high win rate that was running 4 Searing Bloods instead of the Eidolon. So I'm doing a split. I'm testing it out, which one we think is better. There are a lot of low-to-the-ground creatures that Searing Blood hits. There's a couple control decks that maybe Searing Blood is not great against, but Eidolon is probably not great against those either. And Eidolon can hurt us if we're not careful how we play it. Eidolon, of course, is a 2/2 spirit. Whenever a player casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, Eidolon of the Great Revel deals 2 damage to that player. The other advantage of doing the split on this is you're saving some rare wild cards. I know you're spending all your rare wild cards on the fetch lands. We're only running 2 Bloodstained Mires, so there you go. If you want to save a couple fetch land wild cards, this is also possibly the deck for you. Just 2 Ragavans, 2 Bloodstained Mires, 2 Eidolons, but we are 4 Bowmasters, 4 Lightning Bolts. I guess that there's actually not a ton of rares. So relatively budget too for the highest win rate in the format. Supposedly, this is quite a budget deck. 2 Swamps, 2 Mountains. You could go with the Sulphurous Springs instead and have a mana base that hurts you a little more, but is a little better at like hitting these Eidolons and these Searing Bloods with the double reds or getting you the black. It's just a question of, again, how many rares you want to run and how aggro and how close to the edge and dangerous you want to be. 1 Den of the Bugbear, 2 Ramanap Ruins. Of course, this is going to hurt us. if we're tapping it for mana, and 1 Mount Doom, which is going to hurt us if we're tapping it for mana. But Mount Doom has the relevant other mode is 1, a black and a red, tap, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. There are going to be games where that 1 damage is going to make a difference. Maybe we'll see some when we see the gameplay. So before we get to that gameplay, though, let's take a look at where we're at on subs. 754 subs. Absolutely going nuts on the subscribers here as we explore the new Timeless format. I'm loving it. Thanks to everybody who's hit subscribe. If you haven't, and you also love the Timeless format, hit that subscribe. Of course, this is a tiny channel still. 754 is YouTube is a very tiny channel, so no guarantee they'll even show you the content if you hit subscribe, but it will help me out and help me stop talking about asking people to hit subscribe, because once I get to 1,000, I'm hopefully going to be able to shut up about the subscribe. So join the elite first 1,000. Now is your chance. Thanks for joining me here, and let's go see some gameplay. This format is wide open. There's so many fun and competitive things you can do. I have so many decks I want to share, and not enough time in the day to make these videos for you. Okay, well, it seems like a keepable hand to me. Opponent is going first, which is never great in this format. You can always just lose to the coin flip. But let's see if we can get out the gate. Okay, Flooded Strands, so possible control deck we're looking at here. We'll go with the Blackleaf Cliffs. Let's bobble right off the bat. Opponent was considered cracking that, I don't know, just to spell pierce us. Is it just Sky Control? Okay, it's some kind of control. They've got to repeal and pass the turn. If we can land a Bowmasters against them. Try to keep it PG here. We crack the Flood Strand. They go get a Breeding Pool. Okay. Looks like we could have some Urros coming down. Considers. And did they miss a land drop? Light up the stage. We'll take light up the stage. We want to hit our land drops. Oh, they were doing all that on our turn. Okay. Oops. Paradise Druid. Well, we couldn't kill that anyway. They're down to 13 life already. What can we do? We could Bowmasters, I guess, main phase. Because we've seen they like to play counter spells, so I guess that's what we'll do. Make them deal with the Bowmasters on the board. We've got another Bowmasters we can follow up with. Is it Uro? Is it Oko? What is coming down on turn 3? With the Druid of Paradise. Could be like a Field of the Dead deck. 4-color good stuff. You never know what you're going to get. Jeskai Ascendancy deck. Ooh, okay. I think we're missing a key card for the... I was looking at doing a Jeskai Ascendancy deck, but we're missing the card that turns all your creatures into bounce spells. Let's see what opponent has. Surge of Salvation. Okay, they're going to draw a card. Okay, they managed to untap that. Okay, Surge of Salvation is nice tech against the Bowmasters. We can't target them or any of their stuff, so we're going to have to start targeting ourselves. But we will grow our orc here. How long can opponent go off with this? Gonna make us kill ourselves with our Bowmaster, our own Bowmaster. So cruel. Words to Plowshares. Okay, well, guess we won't be killing ourselves that way. No blocks. And now that they're tapped out, we'll take that guy out with extreme prejudice. Opponent scoops it up. Yeah, that's a fun deck. No match for the Rakdos Burn, though. Do you burn when you Rakdos? Maybe you should see a doctor about that. Up against Serendipitous Bob. The Bob you want to run into at random. We go first. Swift Spear is not our strongest start, but we'll take it. We got our 2 colors. Get out the gate. We'll see what Bob is doing. Maybe Bobble. Maybe Bob for Bobble. Bobble for Bob. Bob, are you there?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
What do we want to guess Bob is playing black with the Liliana avatar? Somebody leave a comment while we wait. Guess if Bob is mono black or mono black with a splash. Oh, hello, Bob. Nice of you to join us. Oh, I guess I should have bobbled there. We'll save the bobble. Maybe we'll draw into It's already punting. See, Bob's got me off my rhythm.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
I have a feeling the Swift Spear is not going to survive, but let's see. Been running up against it's Grixis. Well, if you've been watching my channel, you've already seen my ultimate Grixis, the one I've been refining. Will they let us do damage? They will not. Okay. Draw another card. We do kind of need to hit a land drop here. These are sorceries, unfortunately, even though it shows their spectacle. My turn. Okay, we'll just go here. Bloodstained Mire, perfect. See if they want to counterspell that. They don't bother. Let's go. Blood Crypt. And we do. They probably have Bowmasters if they're just not doing anything here. We'll light up the stage. And Okiba Reckoner Raid. What are you up to, Bob? Serendipitous Bob. Okay, they go to 11, we go to 18. Give this nice play with fire here we can use. Bob is just death shadowing, maybe? I think we have more than 8 damage in hand. Okay, well, no longer in hand. We have exactly 8 damage. What are you going to do, Bob? The Grixis Shadow. It is a shadow. Okay. Well, we want to use this anyway. We'll let Bob get a big shadow. Searing Blood. Give us something cheaper, please. Okay, Bob, can you do... Bob can definitely do 11 points of damage to us. Can they do 19 now? Shadow of Mortality. Yeesh. Okay. Well, it's all going to come down to whether Bob has a counterspell, I think. Havest thou the counterspell? They do. Stubbornly denied. Okay, now if they have removal for Nizumi, we're dead. And that is the ball game. Oh, we're still in it. Top deck some burn. All we need, one piece of burn. Here we go. No counterspells. Is it GG's? Oh, they had yet another stubborn denial. Well, good game. That was a close one. Bob got up against Lithium. Big fan of Aerosmith. Aerosmith? No. Nirvana. Ooh, okay. I'm going to get comments about that one. And I'm going to get comments about how bad this hand is. I think we can mulligan into a better turn one. I guess we'll keep it. What do we put back? Hearing Blood? Start the burn train. Burning ourselves. Once upon a times. It'd be elves. It'd be Winota. I hope to do a... I've been working on a Winota deck for Timeless. I hope to share that with you all. Cavern of Souls. Cool. Cool art. Boseiju, who endures. Kami of Bamboo Groves. Okay. Probably... Well... This could be the field... This could be the cave field deck. That's another one I want to share with you all. Get these guys on board. What do we not want to see? Oko or Uro would be pretty rough. No giant, okay. We are going to get a free ping off the Bowmasters because they drew a card. And we got Field of the Dead already. Alright, this is going to be a total race. So, should we pre-combat this? No, let's just attack. Light up the stage. I'm gonna hit some land drops here. Not a land drop. See what they're drawing. They're drawing a one ring soon? Great! Yeah, there's our land drop. One turn off. So let's play with Fire them now. Since we're not going to be able to use that next turn. Okiba Reckoner Raid. Sure. Will they draw a card with the One Ring? Can't hit them, so we'll just hit ourselves. Ouchie McOuchie. Field of the Dead is almost active here. I need the black for Bowmasters, so pass the turn. No point in attacking because they got the One Ring protection. Will they tap it to draw is the question. They do. Okay. Bowmasters. More Bowmasters. They're making a big token over here. They're down to 8. And they have another One Ring? Alright. You want to tap it to draw, opponent? Because I guess you don't get hit if you do. Who needs a Death Shadow when you got the Orc Army made by multiple Bowmasters? There's the Blast Zone, which can kill our... Well, no, it can't kill our Orc Army. We got that going for us, which is nice. Again, we're stuck on black here. This is, I guess, why you maybe would run Sulphurous Springs over the mountains, but nothing much to do, I guess. We could attack just for fun, but we'll just pass the turn. Hope they run out of One Rings. If they try to draw with that ring, we're going to Bowmaster them. But what are they going to do? They got 6 mana, so they could go get a Titan, get a couple Field of the Deads. If they got a Titan in hand. What you doing, Lithium?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Go with Golos. Sure. They're going to go get Field of the Dead, probably? Get a ton of blockers. You just have to hit some burn. Some good burn. I don't have anything to bring back with Luris except for Mishra's Babel. Searching through their deck for the best land to go get. They go get Radiant Fountain. Good choice, okay. One Field of the Dead trigger. Means we can get through for 1 point of damage. Every land they get, we get a land. Just even a tap land, it's just not great for us. Here we go. Don't like them untapping with Golos either. Super thrilled about that. Try to get him down to Luris level. They're within bolt range now. Golos can flip a lot of stuff, although they don't have Rainbow to use Golos. So Golos is just a blocker. Lithium, what you up to? They could try to bring back Uro and gain some life that way. Oh, yeah, okay. They got blockers. And they play a Golos to replace the Golos, just to fill up their graveyard, I guess. Maybe go get another land for more blockers. they're gonna kill my graveyard because of Lurrus. Ouchie, ouchie. Bajuka bogged. Yeah, I've been working on the Golos Field deck. Interesting, they're playing the Sunken Citadel. They might have some Spelunkings in hand they're not casting because of the working Flowmasters. Blood Crypt. Well, wait a minute. Do we just Ramanap him? Yeah. Whew. All right. Sweated that one more than I had to. Go Rakdos Burn.